Hello guys, welcome to Edit Like a Pro with Stanley Mitch. Today we are going to do slightly different. These photos you see here are photos that we just edited in the immediate previous live stream that we just did, but we are back on them because we need to make a flyer for Rorashio. So Rorashio is a dowry paying. Apparently, it is paying, not giving. Rorashio is a dowry paying ceremony that is supposed to be held sometimes next month. So we are going to go through the process of making a flyer. In case you're a photographer that also like to learn how to make these ones, because then once you start a journey with a client at the shoot, then maybe they give you a flyer, you make a good one for them. Then later they ask you to brand the water, then you make the stickers for them. They ask you for the banner, you print the banner for them. Then they give you a job to shoot, film or stream their event. That becomes another top up of the job. They later ask you to print their photos. And once you decide, once that starts, and if you are able to acquire all those kinds of jobs, ultimately you'll have made like 100 G's, 100,000 Kenyan shillings from one family, just because you did not settle for just one. There's too much echo. Let's deal with this. Yes. Now you'll. It's too dry. Yes. 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 Right. Now it's better. You will have started a journey, and that 100K is not the only money you're going to make from such a family. Let's call it 50. 50 is fair, because even if it was just photography and you charge like we charge, 25. And you charge like we charge, 25,000 for photography, your ratio of 45,000 together with the video, roughly 25 plus a photo shoot, that is about 5,000, plus branding water, which is about 10,000. You brand the water bottles, that is about 40. What else? Creating banners, 2 banners, large ones for that ceremony, which makes for another 10,000, which makes it 50. Now you see, just because you are lucky to go through a journey with them, now then you know that except not just that money, but also when they have a birthday for their baby, they bring them to you, and when they have another event coming up, they'll bring it to you, and the journey has begun. You become like their family photographer. Just do your job right once you get it. If you want to see how we edited these photos, they are in the immediate previous stream, and I'm going to add that video just now on this live stream. So give me a minute. I'll do that, then I'll be back, so that when I say it's in the description, I know that you can find it. Yes, now I have added the video on the description, in the description box. So if you'd like to see the stream that we just did for how we edited these photos from what they were to what they are, then you can always visit that. Right, let's go to action. Yes, now I have added the... Let's go to action and make it happen. Sorry about that feedback. We need a browser. We'll go to freepik.com. This is how you use the internet to become better at your work. Instead of complaining like it's wasting all your time or money or whatever, you get the point, right? Just use it. Now we're going to write Flier. Then we look for the one that gives us the best space for editing, or rather inserting both our image and writing the content. First, I like this one. This one is a very beautiful one because we can write all the content here and place their image there. So we download that one. Let's look for an alternative so that we have more than one to work with. Right. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. This is also very pretty. Let's add it. Then let's look for what else could we use if there was any. Yeah, this one. That should be enough. Now you open the very first one, the PSD in Photoshop. It's not editable, it doesn't have layers. So let's open the second one. Keep layers. Yes, now this one is usable. They're just saying that some of the fonts that were used to make this one are not available, and we also don't want that. So yes, now the photo that they recommended we use is this one. So we are going to go to our Photoshop projects because that image is somewhere in our projects. It's here. We are going to take away the background, that one, or rather let's take a screenshot of it first so that they end up with the same results that they initially saw, the things they loved in that image. I don't know why it's taking forever to merge. You just need to be patient. Hey man, patience. We need to be patient. I'm creating a stamp visible layer. Hey Mwadhani. I'm I must be sleepy. I'm creating a stamp visible layer. How you create that is you press the following buttons in that succession: Control Shift Alt and E on your keyboard. I don't know whether I have a video for that. If I do, I could play you that. A video for Control Alt plus E keyboard shortcuts. Sadly, I do not have the recording of that. I have many recordings, like this is Control drag the mask up and I could just play you the video that way and you'd see what I'm doing, but sadly I do not have the video. For Control Alt E, I'll do a recording for it, so when I mention a thing I'll play the video for it, then you also see, because I don't have many cameras to cut to. This is taking forever, so let's cancel it if it could. We use other methods. Now let's go to the PSD. Onto our Explorer, drag the photo from where we saved it. That should execute quickly. If it doesn't, we are going to restart this system. We cannot continue like this. Now we want this image somewhere where the dog is. So somewhere in here where the dog is, yeah, it's there. So we'll add that image, drag it down and put it on. Let's resize it. Perfect. I'll also take selection, select subject, because I want their heads to pop out of that design like that. Then I'll make a copy, Control+J. Then I'll take it up, all the way up, and then on that I'll delete it from below with a brush, with a black brush. I want them to start in and then pop out of the design. There are a few things I need to change here first. Let's cancel a few things, a few steps. I'm sounding like I'm very fast, so let me move the mic. Right. I'll also switch off this one. First things first, I want this whole design to have the lower part moved down. Let's see how to do that. I'm looking for where most things are. Let's put it on so that we see what we're doing. Now I want that design to go down, so I'll select them both or the group and then push it down. Yes, like that. That's what I want. That's what I wanted to do. And then now I'll make a copy of that. Let me extend slightly. Yes, like that. Then I'll make a copy, I'll make a selection of that and make them pop out of that background by just Control J, and then take it up there. Don't know why it's gone inside another group. I want it outside there. I'll use the guides for this design. Add that mask here like that. Now you see they are popping from that background. There is another image, this second image, that should be at the top there. There is this thing here. I don't know what it is, so I'll use auto select and click it, then take it away by pressing delete on the keyboard. Ratio in Kenya is a Kikuyu traditional event that uses brown, the earth color, as the theme. So we are going to change this purple to that earth color. So let's look for auto select and then change this for earth color, because ratio is like that. That's the color that is necessary for ratio. Logo, I saw a logo somewhere, so you're going to take out that one. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. We switch it off. Here within this image, we want to add something that is traditional. So I'll go to my computer and look for any photo I've shot from an event, ratio, and I'll type that one here, so I can bring it in for use. This is why it's important that when you're given a job, you take good photos. You might need them in a future design. Yeah, it doesn't have the contact, so I can just scroll it from here. You don't have to come with a could come up with a design from scratch. There are so many available designs online. You can use those ones as a mock-up to create your own. So let me look for something calabash or so. Yes, I think we'll find it in this other group. I shot some in this event in Manet Gardens at a place called Kutus. Kutus is in Kirinyaga County. If you're not from Kenya and you don't know those places, do not worry. Just wait for the calabashes. Just know it's a place in Kenya where these events happened. Now you see the brown I was telling you. These are the colors of that event. Cannot find calabashes. Why? Oh, it's here. Found it. You see the calabash is there, so I'll clip it, just drag it down and switch off the top one, then resize that calabash to fit that small image that is made in that design. There seems to be another drop. I don't know what it is, so I'll use that one and add something else. So let me look for what I could add. This water was used to just hold my phone so that it can also go live. You need to learn to be creative, man. So let's hunt an image that has something we could use. I don't know, have a photo of goat. I think goat would be something. So let's download a photo of goat. So we go back to the browser. I think goat would be the relevant one, because ratios dowry paying ceremonies in Kenya, goat is a very important part of that event. So we go right here, goat. This place has stock footage that is free, so yes, you need goat, and I think we'll pick this AI designed goat because I like the sun behind it also. So then we drag that image from our downloads, edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch, and then clip it, then resize it. I feel like it would make so much sense if that goat was larger, but let's see how much goat we can place in that circle. I think that should be enough goat. All right. Yes, that is enough goat. Take away this dog thing, take away this cat thing, that fish thing. We don't need all those. Take away this internet thing, globe thing, I think, like that. Then write the word ratio. The title is very important. I don't know why I cannot see the text yet. It's written in. Okay, let's type it again. Typeset it. I need to reduce the distance between the letters. The other thing is a ceremony. The event is a ceremony. So we write ceremony. Okay, I need it in small letters though. Ceremony. Should go the other way, so let's retype it. The C should be up. Ceremony, like that. Then we get a font that is stylish, wedding-ish. Something like that, but now easily legible. Easy to read, an easy to read classy font. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. And it is possible through the guide of Stanley Mitch. I like this one. It's easy to read. I'll make it large. And then make it something strong, a strong color like orange. I think yellow pops better. Right, I need a shadow behind it, so I click and select drop shadow, bring it back, make it a little stronger, like that. Then I need to write up there, welcome to our now this should be an R, not a T. Then let's get nice font. You need to have a very large library of fonts for you to create beautiful, compelling designs. And of course, you can always check other designs people have made for inspiration, or even for copying. You can copy a complete exact one, provided you don't use that one, you just make yours. Like that one is very pretty, but I don't want. Yeah, a font like that. Welcome to our ratio ceremony. Now that's a good title. Now down here, we want to write a text that says, we, the family of, invite you to our, like that. So let's see whether we can move a few things up. Let's deselect auto select so that we can move things independently. Yeah, like that. Then we keep the goat, I don't know where. I'm breathing into the microphone so strongly as though somebody is about to beat me. So, through the guide of Stanley Mitch. I'm trying to create space here for me to write the content. Of the text that I want to write down here. I'm opening his inbox so that I can see the content. Right. The name says we. These names. Let's expand it slightly. You also need a font that is easy to read. Also, we need to write that in white. We, Edwin Mwangi Gitau, and Margaret Wangui cordially invites you to our, let me use both hands, invites you to our dowry payments, to our dowry payment ceremony, into bracket ratio, which will take place at Gathirega village. I'm copying the text of the location. At Gathirega village, Nyandarua County, Kipipiri constituency, Nyandarua County, starting on date 18 let's write on 18th instead of date. On 18th October 2025, let's leave it at that. They did not add any more information. Maybe they would have written the start time of the event and all, but we'll keep it as that. So we'll try make it large so that it's easy to read. Then we retypeset it until that text fills the areas it should. And Margaret, cordial invites you to our dowry payment ceremony ratio, which will take place at Gathirega village, Kipipiri constituency, Nyandarua County, on like that. Perfect. That should be enough. So that's what it says. It says, welcome to our ratio ceremony. And then it goes ahead to say down below there, let's typeset it slightly so that the letters create more space between each other, so they are easy to read. It's very important to consider that not all people have the same capacity to see. So we consider them all and make it easy for anybody to read and understand what your flyer says. Yes, I bet even where you are, you can now read what is written on my computer, but just to consider you, I'll zoom it in for you. It says, we, Edwin Gitau. Is it we, Edwin Gitau, or I, Edwin Gitau, and Margaret? Let's write I, Edwin Gitau, and Margaret, because the two shall become one, right? Cordially invites you, and Margaret Wangui cordially invites you to our dowry payment ceremony, which will take place at Gathirega village, Kipipiri constituency, Nyandarua County, when? On 18th October 2025, And there is a goat and a calabash to underscore that message. The goat is saying, I am the goat, and I endorse that message. Now there are things we don't need here, all these social medias. So we are going to that space where they've written social media and just leave one thing there. Social media, socials here, delete that folder, and under it just create let's use auto select so that we can move this to the left. And then we write the contact here. We write for more information, call or contact. Contact Control V. We are going to step this down, turn everything else to black so that there is good contrast, and then we write for more information and support. Let's start with a capital F. For more information and support, let's use the and we used up there for consistency, and support call stroke WhatsApp. I know the text is long, but we will deal with it. Or rather, instead of that, let's write contact. Contact is one word that will stand for it all. Yeah, my English teacher taught me summary writing. Contact, we should do that. Now, we lose a font that is not as strong as the rest. So some simple, easy to read text. Yeah, like that one, but we need something that is, let me search for more option down here, see what I can get. Yeah, that is beautiful. I don't like the E in that font, so let's try another. If you can hear music out there, this is Githurai 44. There are churches all over. So I wouldn't say pardon me because I didn't start the church. Just understand that in Githurai 44, churches are all over. So on days like this, a Friday, the kesha's are inevitable. Now like that, it's not like I'm complaining, I'm just making you aware. I have no problem with the church or the kesha's or the music. I know I could shift my studio to a less noisy place, but I didn't. Just like they could shift their church, but didn't. So if anybody is blaming anybody, we should all blame each other. But because we can't, now we coexist, because it's best when we coexist than fight each other. Don't you think? Yes. Now, I'm done with the design. I have the font, I have the writings, I have everything I need, but I want to change this brown to something deeper. to some darker brown so that more things below there are more legible, because that's where the contact is, so that it reads, it's easy to read because of contrast. Yeah, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, there is the term mastic here, which is good for branding, but it might interfere with the design, with the consumption of the design. Someone might think it's information they are trying to read about the event and they cannot find it, so we'll try to take it away for now. I feel bad to do that, but why not? Now, somewhere here I want to introduce, I don't know, goats or something. So let me get a photo of goats or hats, either African hats or goats. So let me look for where we were here. Let's make it goats in capital, in plural. We see how many photos we can come up with. Yeah, like this. Because in dowry paying ceremonies, we go take our goats there and trade that with women. Women should respect goats. A goat has capacity to replace you. Like your father can take a goat and in your place and be very happy. Yes, your whole family, actually let's use the clan, your whole clan would gracefully just take goat and be very happy. To swap that with you, let's clip that too. I don't like the perspective of that photo, so let's find another photo that is shot differently, maybe a low angle one, so that it has more clouds and sky and stuff. If we don't find that, we look for something else. So one step back, let's look for some breeds of goats are not found in Kenya, so when you're picking the photo, remember not to pick something like this. Yes, try pick something you could find in Kenya, and that is also traditional Kikuyu, not just anything random. This is premium, so we cannot download it, sadly. Let's see whether we can find another. We'll do this one, and then together with that we'll also type African hat. Or village. Yeah, now this is good. AI generated. That is a nice AI generated African hat. Let's see whether we can find another that also has the African vibe. This one also does. So we'll try both images. So we'll start with the initial one, this one. We are trying to create an active background, not a dead one. That's the whole bother that I have. I'm thinking that I could add something, an element that has that African vibe, so that the message is clear. Let's try add this photo together with it. Then clip it. Sorry, I copied it like that. Then add a mask. That's actually prettier. And then just use a gradient and take it away from parts of the background so that it interacts. peacefully with the initial background that was there. Now it looks like too crowded, so we'll take away the goats and just keep the village, because also the colors agree. We are going to add a color balance and make it a little more brown, because it's the color of earth we are looking for here, like that. Then we blur it up so that it is a far distance. I'm now thinking like a photographer, that if we actually shot them from there, if it was a photo in front of a village, they wouldn't all be sharp. They would be sharp and the background would fade into blurriness. And just like that, we are done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done. And a simple poster with simple information is already made available. Now I export that. I hope it will not display what it shouldn't. Very clear image, don't you think? This is what we call focus. Yeah. With very clear information. Yeah, it exported to another screen, just what I wanted. And that way, and that's how, ladies and gentlemen, we create it. Let's create a sun here so that it's prettier. I'm done already, but this is nitpicking and it's just unnecessary additions. But why else? How else do you know that it was Stanley Mitch that did it if I do not do a little more than just the usual? My signature is doing more than enough, not just settling for what anybody else would. Now let's blur that one, blur, Gaussian blur, like that, and then we change that to screen. Then we make that copy, take it all the way up so that it leaks above their shoulders. Then we reduce the scale. But we really want that leakage. Now let's blur. It's too hot, so let's reduce the initial sun. The opacity of the sun thereof. Nice. Let's add a strike up there at ratio. Maybe you don't get what I'm talking about. It's a it's a flare, or something like that. Just a beautifier for the design. Once I find it, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Man, I cannot find a flare. Let's type the term flare. I know I have downloaded very many flares. How is it that I don't have the word? I don't have flare in my computer. Glare. Maybe that's what I called the folder. Nah, so let's go type it on the internet. Can't find any. So let's get the same place and type flare. Actually, it doesn't have an R. Maybe that's the spelling problem. Flare. Nah, I don't have it. So let's type it. I need something like this. So let's find a free one. we are sure to find it. Trust me, there must be a free Flier somewhere, like this one. This is a free Flier. I get it from the downloads. Milele roho wa Bwana, pokea sifa milele. I cannot even see where I downloaded it to, so let's go to downloads up here. Oh, it's locked. Or is it? Yes, it is. So I didn't know that they downloaded a zip file. Looking for an open JPEG. Pumbavu zangu. Now we'll drag that up here. We need it above everything. And then we change the blend mode to and then we add levels and strain it. Because I need it there but not too bright. Now we'll take away the sun. I think those are too many sources of light. Now that's better. Now I'm done completely. I won't do this again. Trust me, it's over. I won't re-edit the image. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a beautiful dowry ceremony ratio flyer. But you also need to, for a recap, you need to consider the legibility. You also need to remember the colors, the theme color for that traditional event. Do not use blue, because for Kikuyus we don't do blues. At least you understand. Yes. That said, I'll be back in a few. I have a very long live to do. I have like 10 more images to edit before I sleep. So see you in a few minutes. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comments, or pick my number in the title of this video and send that to me.